Hey everyone, this is Carolyn and you are watching the New Music Buzz, and on today's show we are backstage for week 2 of America's Got Talent. Then we'll bring you some highlights from KCON 2017. Then I was at the extraordinary Stan Lee, a tribute to the comic book legend, and in our artist spotlight we have Jocelyn and Chris Arndt. So get ready, roll that intro. This week, America's Got Talent's live show was a crazy one to say the least, with one act having technical difficulties and another act not being able to perform at all. Chanel was backstage with Tyra, Howie, and Heidi as they tried to sort through all the confusion.
You look phenomenal and you did an incredible job tonight. This really is live TV, so what was going through your mind and how did you handle all of that?
I was just like, what is going on right now? The show is kind of falling and I have to go like this, and hold it like this every now and then, yeah.
And you did, 100%, but your golden buzzer performed tonight.
My golden buzzer kind of performed tonight.
Tried to perform tonight, yes. but that's something that we don't know as an audience that you do on the show is you pre-record in case this happens.
Well, I didn't know that everything was pre-recorded because during those rehearsals, I have on jeans and sweats. Oh. And so, you know, I do the announcement and then I walk up to the side and then they do their thing. And I'm thinking, oh, we're just rehearsing. I didn't know that they're shooting it, which is wonderful as a safety.
Last week you were fine. How are you feeling today?
I feel even better today. I'm energized because of all the stuff that went wrong, you know, and how it was handled. And how the beautiful Tyra was able to take all these kerfuffles like a true professional and just juggle it and bring us in on time and bring us in smoothly. It's very exciting.
Yes. Yeah. And you see, that's the thing about live TV, and I think why people love America's Got Talent so much, because these crazy...
Yes. Anything, and it does, and it did.
Hello, Heidi. We've been waiting so long. How are you, Heidi? But let's talk about tonight. I mean,
today was crazy.
What a show.
I mean, it was a crazy show. I mean, it all started off so well, and then things just kept on going wrong. And I can only blame the eclipse for it. I mean, who else is to blame for it?
I like that.
Right?
I like that.
Because everything was perfect yesterday, and today, the poor guy Damien, you know, who, you know, was going to get himself out of this box. This box is like a broken elevator coming halfway down, and we were like, wonk, wonk. Oh no, shoot. Plus, I had to explain half of it to Simon all the time.
We saw that. We were laughing at that.
No, but this happens all the time. But I guess normally you guys can never see that. But this happens all the time.
You have to explain things to him. He doesn't get it.
Sometimes it happens with the jokes, and now it happened with this guy with the tricks.
Oh, Simon, get it together, man.
What's happening? He's like, what's happening? I'm like, if this fire burns through this rope, the box is coming down.
And then it doesn't come down. And Simon's still like, what?
Yeah, then it's like, yeah, no, that I don't understand either. This I don't think was meant to happen.
No, but that's the cool thing about live shows. And you were also involved in the magic trick?
Yeah, but I think it's cool for us. I don't think it's cool for the person who is happening to. No. It's not cool for them.
No.
Because they're like, that's their one moment. See, for us, we're like, okay, who is next? Okay, who is next?
Yeah.
But this person that was their time, you know, and everyone is laughing and like, it's not so funny for them.
But it's an incredible show, and you guys are amazing, and it just gets better and better.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Lovely to see you. Thank you for coming to talk to us.
Backstage seems to be going to the dogs as we try to find out how the contestants thought the show went.
It's getting crazy. Continue, babe, sorry. Oh, now the camera's down there.
Prayer just prayer and faith, and a big part is my family helping me get through all this, and I'm just so grateful for all them.
Yes. Well, good luck to you in this whole competition. Thank you so much for talking with us. We got puppies everywhere.
One of the show highlights was the Masqueraders being able to perform a song they recorded 49 years ago that was never released in front of America.
Oh, gentlemen, congratulations.
Thank you.
I must tell you that I have aspirations to be the 4th member. Is that all right?
Okay, that sounds good.
I think that's a no.
We'll audition you to see how you sound.
Okay, I get it. This is a friendship. This is a real good friendship here. I can't just butt in.
Oh, wow.
But speaking of tonight, I mean, you've worked so hard. It's been so many years. So how did it feel not only to perform your song, but also on the Dolby stage?
That's what we were doing yesterday. We were outside looking up at the Dolby and said, man, we finally got here.
Got an opportunity to perform at the Dolby Theater.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes.
It really is.
Okay, so this was a live performance. Things happen, things go wrong, but tell us exactly what went wrong so fans can still vote for you, because you still appeared behind the judges.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I did manage to escape, right? But technical problems happened right on stage, so I cannot control that. My team cannot control that. Yeah, I just got a hard lesson on that, because we're supposed to be like triple check or probably like fifth checked.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
So the box was meant to actually fall?
Yeah, fall, and then there's like gonna be a huge fire on it.
Well, you know what, regardless, like I said, you still appeared behind the judges, which is phenomenal. I'm still like, how did you escape the box?
Yeah, so I hope America will remember that. I mean, I did manage to escape, right?
My name is Howie Mandel, and you've just been buzzed.
After the break, I'm at the Saban Theater, where I got a chance to talk to the RZA and the Hulk himself, Lou Ferrigno, as they celebrate the extraordinary Stan Lee. We'll be right back.
boys done playing? This is Kung Fu. You're not training for the Olympics. You're training for the street. Action!
Wong Jack Man, he's leaving the Shaolin Temple to check out Kung Fu in America.
People in Chinatown don't like that I teach whites. Shaolin sent Wong Jack Man to spy on me. He may be the only person in this world who can tear down everything I've been working so hard to build up. Sooner or later, gonna have to fight him.
What does Sifu Li teach you?
He teaches us to kick ass.
Kick ass. Your technique is impressive. But it has one limitation.
What?
You.
I'm the future. You're the past. You're irrelevant, Wong. Fight me.
I will accept your challenge.
Raised up from the ashes, never doubt us now. A new face for this next generation.
No rules. No holds barred.
No limits. You guys kill each other.
Now you begin to exceed your limits.
What limits?
The only hope. Last of the warriors, no options. Here to stay.
ever show you my 1-inch punch, Tony?
So how has Stan inspired you guys? What do you want to say? The man is in front of you. This is your moment.
On the side of him.
Yeah,
the front would be over there.
Yeah,
these people want to be accurate.
Yeah.
These people care about the truth.
They do. Yeah. Someone on Twitter would have yelled at me for that, so I appreciate you putting it in my place. Dave.
Can I just say that, like, getting to direct you in this video to help create that moment where you come out and where you dance, that was just such an amazing moment.
Did you guys see the Guardians video with Hasselhoff, the music video? Dave directed that.
Oh yeah, I guess I should say, yeah, I directed Guardians Inferno. I don't know if any of you guys saw it.
Guardians of the Galaxy video, awesome.
Thank you.
Stan Lee?
Stan Lee. Yeah. And it's an amazing thing to see him stand up there with all these huge iconic celebrities, you know, the Guardians, and we're revealing them one at a time, and then the curtain opens, so to speak, and Stan is standing there, and people go crazy. People go crazy. It's like a peak for the video. It's amazing to see him in that light and to see what an influence he's had, you know?
He has his own convention. I mean, I think he's better than some of these A-listers. Come on.
I'm not saying better, but I think people respect the legacy that he's made and understand that you can't open a comic book or watch a big movie today without his influence.
So how has Stan Lee affected you, your life personally?
I mean, Stan Lee has been an inspiration to me as an individual. He's inspired me for my creativity in music. You notice that Wu-Tang has always had these extra names that we add to ourselves, even using some of his names. I mean, Method Man was called Johnny Blaze. Ghostface Killer was called Tony Starks. So he's been an inspiration for us. You know, I would go to school in the morning, and there was a bus called the number 3 bus, and it would stop at the comic store. Record shop, comic store. I would get off in the morning, dig deep, at the time it was 35 cents, and I would pull it up, and I'll get me a comic, and I would read that on the way to school, yo. Stan Lee has been an inspiration to me, my generation, and I'm happy that when I go, you know, I take my son to the movies to watch it, and I know all the little backstories and things like that, and he's also being inspired by Stan Lee. It's a beautiful thing, man, and he's a blessing to entertainment.
Yeah, I just want to thank Stan Lee for all the amazing comic book characters that the imagination that you filled me with as a little kid, flipping that spinner rack, buying Marvel's greatest comics, Fantastic Four. I was at Monsters, and there was a family filled with mutant monsters fighting other monsters. It was so much fun, and that's what led me to direct cartoons.
Do you ever look at your predecessors and say, you know what, I can still do that?
Of course, every day. I'm good for another 40 years.
How has it been for you, you know, with the legacy of Stan Lee and playing the Hulk?
Well, it's been 41 years, and he kept the Hulk alive, and especially I kept the Hulk alive because when we began the Hulk, it was the first one. Captain America at the time, Spider-Man failed as a series, but the Hulk was successful, and that opened the doors for the comic heroes that happen today because, you know, back then people kept saying the Hulk, what is the Hulk? This super creature, they didn't know what it was, but it finally got to the point that everybody, every nationality in the world embraces the Hulk, all the way from Japan up to Egypt.
I mean, seeing the span, you know, go for like decades, how has it been for you seeing the evolution of the Hulk?
I think it's great because the fact that I do the voice for the Hulk and the adventures, I'm so involved with the Hulk, and all these fans love me because of my physicality. There's a Hulk and bodybuilding put together that the fans love. It's the power because it's the only comic character when you see the muscle.
Because nowadays it's all CGI, and you actually physically played the character.
Exactly, because everybody goes back to the series because, you know, the CGI can't sign autographs, but I can't.
Tell me, you got to tell me, how much do you miss all of that green paint?
Not for 1 second. But you know something? When the makeup is fitted, the character is beautiful, but I dread that makeup. I still have nightmares sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes I find myself going somewhere, they say you have to get into the makeup. And then when I wake up, I say, thank Lord. I said it's not happening. Yeah.
I absolutely loved you as Merle, but I loved you even more as Yondu.
You did?
I absolutely did. I know you've been asked this in the past, but damn, can you whistle for me?
I can whistle for you.
Is there any possible way that you might be able to teach me how to whistle? I
will whistle because of you.
Well, thank you very much. Yes, sir.
You don't know how to whistle.
I can't do that. I can, like, it's a real poor excuse for whistling. See?
Oh, that was okay.
Yeah, but not in that manner that I've heard you.
Were you sucking in or blowing out?
Sucking it.
Okay, you can do that. It's okay, but you got to have you got to wet your whistle.
Okay.
You know when that old saying, you got to wet your whistle.
Okay.
You really do have to wet your whistle before you even try it.
Enough nonsense, Ravager! Time to
What does it mean for you to be able to be here and to support Stan?
Oh, it's everything. You know, he's such an awesome guy, and I've met him I've known him now several years, and I always love sitting down, chatting with him, hanging out with him. He's got great stories, and I love his sardonic humor. He totally puts me in my place. Whenever I meet him, whenever I talk to him, he totally makes sure that I am in my place.
Because Michael needs to be put in place all the time, apparently.
Need to be put in place. You know it, and Stan Lee knows it.
Yes. So, you know, how has this experience playing such a pivotal character in Guardians of the Galaxy? How have the fans been with you?
The fans are loving. I mean, I get so much love on the internet and so much love on the street in real life. I was just at an event today where we went to Stanley's barbershop over in Hollywood over there, and 10 lucky fans got to get a dye job and a haircut to have giant mohawks.
No!
Yondu.
No!
I invited all of them with their guests here tonight. They're going to all be here with big red mohawks. There's about 10 or 12 of them.
I honestly, I absolutely cannot wait to see that.
They're going to be here. They're going to be here.
I can hear you. My hearing is perfect, but I can't understand everything sounds to me like, and then I'm in it, and we won't end it, I hear it, but I can't make out the words. That's why I keep leaning over to him. What did they say? Who's coming? What's the name?
And I basically just keep saying, they're saying really nice things about you.
So anyway, whatever the hell you said, I'm sure it was nice, and I thank you for it. And if it wasn't nice, get the hell off the stage.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Peter, for being here. I'll take this.
You can stay even if you say something.
My name is RZA from the almighty Wu-Tang Clan, and you just been buzzed.
Starting NTR was beginning that path of discovering what is in our everyday lives, what are we eating, what products are we using, what thoughts are we having that are toxic, that are linked to disease, and how can we lower our risk by reducing our exposure to these toxins.
We're talking shampoo, conditioner, this, that, and no one thinks about or thinks about exactly what's in there.
Like, I believe in fairness and I believe in justice, and when I started learning and discovering about the chemicals that were in our everyday products that were linked to causing cancer, I got super pissed.
Revolution is a big word, but I think honestly that's exactly what it's going to have to be and what it's starting to be with people who are questioning what companies are putting in their products.
So whether it is, you know, people who are just using their purchasing power, whether it's working with other advocacy groups to change the laws, there's so many different ways, but ultimately the goal is to not have it be legal to have all these chemicals in our products and in our foods that are causing us disease.
Corporations aren't going to change those ingredients unless we demand that they do.
That's the unique thing that NTR does, is that it's taking all this jargon and information that sometimes might be hard to understand and is giving it to people in very digestible and very receptive ways.
It's going to be a changed world, and that's what a revolution is. It changes something that's status quo, and we need those things to be changed.
need fast cash, go to cityloan.com or call 877-553-9071 to borrow $3,000 or more with the equity in your payoff vehicle. Your car is your credit. With City Loan, over 99% of City Loan customers are in good standing every month. So call 877-553-9071 now, and if you sign up for a loan, you're going to receive a free gift card. Don't forget to mention promo code TVAD to receive your gift card, and also don't forget to follow City Loan and Facebook at City Loan Community, and follow us on Twitter at City Loan. Now back to the new music buzz.
In our artist spotlight, we have brother and sister duo Jocelyn and Chris Arndt. Let's check out this episode of The Bubble.
I'd be better off chasing my tail on the ground. But boy, I've got news for you. I've got a one-way trip, rocket ship, ooh, someday soon I'll have footprints on the moon. Da, 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 da. Blast off, take off, 3, 2, 1. Mark my words, I'm gonna be someone.
We got started playing music 4th and 5th grade, no, 3rd and 4th grade respectively. Chris is younger, so I was in 4th and he was in 3rd. And I started piano lessons, and then Chris started guitar a little bit after that. And we were kind of practicing in the same living room, so we figured we might as well start playing music together and writing music together. And then started writing stuff in middle school, had a high school band, met our producer when I was a senior, and it's been 4 years, and now we're here in LA.
I remember the first song we ever wrote. It was called I Can't Go With You. And it was based on, I just came up with this like 3-chord chord pattern, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And so we wrote a song based on it, and it was also probably the first one we recorded. Yeah, you know, there's something special about the first song you ever write, so I think that one will always stick with me. After that, the order of the songs we've written is a little fuzzy, but I'll always remember I Can't Go With You was the first song, and definitely probably the worst song we've ever written, but I don't know.
You know, it's been a process. It's been a learning process, and we actually saved up to, we weren't working with our current producer at the time, so we didn't really have access to like a legit studio. So we were recording stuff in our garage, and I think we saved up some money by writing like an insurance jingle to record our first album with our high school band, and that was fun. Yeah, that's fun to think about.
So our latest album, it's called Go. It was released in late April, and it's a 12-song LP, all originals, and I think it's the best stuff we've ever written. I mean, as you write and write, you get better, as with anything, And so we've written a lot of songs by this point in our lives, and I think Go is kind of the culmination of all of that. It's all of our songwriting chops up until now thrown into one CD.
It's pretty cool because we wrote the whole thing from last summer to January, like from August to January. So it's like we'd never really done that before. We'd never really kind of sat down and written an album from scratch. So it's pretty cool because it's like who we are basically right now. And it's been pretty well received. It's #2 on the Relics Jam Band Top 30 for the 3rd month in a row right now, which is pretty insane.
We're on all the major social medias. If you just Google Jocelyn and Chris or Jocelyn and Chris Arndt, it comes up. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I'll snap you back.
You gotta do it all as much as you can, because there's so much music out there that you just gotta kind of try to scrape out your little spot in it. Hey, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Chris.
And you've just been buzzed.
Ever since I started living out of a suitcase, I've been on a search for best boombox, the best way to travel, and over the years I've tried everyone. Most of the boomboxes, they got the lights and all that stuff, which is fine, but all I want is something that sounds great and is roadable. And this new generation that you guys have brought out, it hits on all cylinders, I have to say. I mean, it's probably the best sounding for classic rock. I mean, the one the ones that I'll actually put my name on are going to, they'll have a few little tweaks here and there, but in general, I mean, there are no knobs to break. It's like, I mean, I was playing one that was, I don't even know if it was on the market yet, but you had given it to me, and I've been using it for the last year, and the bass was so solid, the sound, it bounced itself off the table and hit the floor, and it didn't skip a beat. It's taken the place of equipment that's 2 or 3 times its size, you know, with no giving up on the sound, you know. I mean, one of them's great, but I've gotten 2 of them going, and it's like, forget about it.
KCON LA took place this past weekend, and the festival was created to celebrate Korean culture. Now, in its 6th year, KCON is bigger than ever, and of course the main attraction is the K-pop acts. This year boasted an all-star lineup with GOT7, Cosmic Girls, VIX, NCT 127, 17, and many more. Let's check it out.
I actually started back in 2006 when Big Bang came out, and yeah, so I actually got to go to the concert back in 2015, and I've been able to go to many concerts from K-pop, like SHINee, EXO, and BTS, all in this past year. So I've been very fortunate in getting tickets because I know it's really hard to get these tickets, and whoever gets these tickets, hey, you deserve them.
That's all we have. Special thanks to Heidi, Howie, and Tyra, America's Got Talent, the Dolby, the Saban, the RZA, and Jocelyn and Chris Arndt. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, tweet us at Twitter, and double tap us on Instagram, all at The New Music Buzz. My name is Carolyn. Peace out, guys.
The New Music Buzz is brought to you by Monster Products, pure Monster quality with Monster sound, Rock and Roller Suitcase Turntables, Vinyl's new best friend, and City Loan. Get cash for your car today. For more music entertainment news, go to www.thenewmusicbuzz.com.
Peace out.